Hi, everybody. I'm at the Coquitlam, at the Poirier branch of the Coquitlam Library. I just voted. I voted for Hamed Najafi, Najafi, the Conservative Party of BC candidate. And I told the polling lady who took my ballot, it's done electronically now, which I can't say I'm a fan of. I was a scrutineer for dozens of elections where the tallies were all done in person and I witnessed in person. Once the ballot goes into that electronic counting box, it's out of everyone's hands. You've got no eyewitness to its tallying, and I hope that the new government brings back in hand counting, which is much more reliable. I mean, it's 2,000 or more years of reliability. Anyways, so I told the lady, I said, I'm voting for my brother Paul, who died this year. And she teared up. And I felt it very emotional. I've been making these videos as a form of therapy to recover from the trauma, the real, actual trauma of watching my little brother, 64, be locked up by the BC NDP government when they found out that immediately after I complained to the Burnaby RCMP about a forged and fraudulent power of attorney they created on February 1st of 2021 to give Paul the COVID-19 shot. My brother's group home appointed my 81-year-old Catholic nun sister, 4,000 kilometers away in North Bay, Ontario, as Paul's guardian, or representative for all purposes. And he's never lived with her. She doesn't understand his speech. And she and I don't get along. I've cared for Paul my whole life. And except for a period of time after I was disabled in an accident and had a heart attack. Anyways, so I'm trying to recover. I have good days and bad days. I'm trying to recover. Paul was my best friend. We understood each other. We had our own little world. We were like Hansel and Gretel. And the nun, the evil nun from the Sisters of St. Joseph of Sault Ste. Marie in North Bay, Ontario, was the evil witch in the candy house. You know, Hansel and Gretel. And although Hansel and Gretel ended well, I think the story that Paul and I did not end well. And I hope I'm doing everything in my power to change the law in British Columbia so that no other family member is ever isolated, incapable adult is ever isolated and confined by their representative or guardian. Again, this is called Peter Falk's Law, which is based on Peter Falk, the actor who was the star of the Columbo series. He had a stroke in his 70s, and his second wife refused to permit his adult children, his adult daughters, to visit him. So they created the Peter Falk Foundation in the United States for adult guardianship reform to change the law. And they've changed the law so far in 22 states so that no adult guardian can isolate and confine the incapable adult from other loved ones, which my sister did. My sister had a grudge against me for a variety of reasons. And she is a horrible person. I know you don't like it when I say that, but she is a horrible person. It's obvious she's evil. This is what evil looks like. And I wrote David Eby, the self-appointed leader of the British Columbia New Democratic Government. And I took a letter to that government office every single day that they were open. I took the SkyTrain and the bus, dressed up in my nicest clothes, and just asked for a meeting to report my brother's abuse. He would say to me on the phone, we're allowed a 10-minute phone call once a week. And he would say, Kathleen, I miss you. I love you. Take me to a movie. This is the most evil government It's presided over the overdose death of 15,000 British Columbians, many in the street, just in the street. Like, it's nothing to see a person, lying comatose in the street in British Columbia. This is not my British Columbia. So hopefully, starting tonight, we're going to throw these assholes out on their ass and get the Conservative Party of BC, the oldest party in British Columbia, back into power. Paul, I did this one for you, dear. I love you so much. I miss you, dear.